I told him I want to start. So he said, just write me a proposal. I wrote the proposal, he agreed. And I went to someone who is a good, who had an old school that was already deserted, and he agreed to give me the building of the school for the university. I was happy. But then Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman came visiting Sudan, and he overturned everything. He went to his friend, the Minister of Higher Education, and said to him, don't approve for him. Don't approve for him to go to that village and start a university. Anybody can start a university, but not everybody can work in the field of the Islamization of psychology. I want him in Malaysia. So I came to the minister, hoping to get his approval and we get some funds. He said, no, you are not going to do this. No, he told me so, and I agree with him. So I had to go and change all my plans. Then I traveled, I came to Malaysia in 1990. I think that the vision now, look at the vision here. Here is a Sudanese guy who wants to go to his own town and stay there for nostalgic reasons, and he wants to be happy and relaxed. Then we hold him by force and bring him over to work for Islam in this faraway area. It never occurred to me that I will end up staying for 23 or 24 years in Malaysia. So this group of Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman and his group, they are far-sighted and they are really efficient. I met Abdul Hamid for the first time in my life in 1971. When we were both, he was professor, he was social professor of economics, political science in the University of Riyadh, and I was professor of psychology in the University of Riyadh. And we met, and from the very first few hours, we became really very good friends. And this now, Abdul Hamid has this quality of critical eye. They work without looking for aggrandizement. We have done so, I have done so. No. This world assembly of Muslim youth, which has all its branches and big name, it was started by Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman. Once he starts something and it goes up, he goes to do something else. From there he came to the International Islamic University, and again, he really is the real builder of this university. And when the university now stood, he left again. So this Jamal Barzanji is the product of this. I have been there, I lived with them in America for some time. I lived with Farouqi and discussed so many things with him. And the fact that Farouqi was an extreme nationalist, Arab nationalist. It is these young people, at that time they were young, it is Barzanji and Abdul Hamid who changed the man. He was a professor in Temple University, the Temple University in Philadelphia, a very well-known and scholar. And then, bit by bit, talking to him this way, that way, until he said he changed altogether to become an Islamist, and he did the great work that he had done in the development of Islamization. We need Islamization. And the best definition for Islamization, in which we want to get rid of those aspects of the social sciences that are influenced by the worldview of the West, the worldview created by Darwin and the social Darwinism, which allowed, it is only a theory of biology, but it has become like a religion. It became like a religion. And social Darwinism speaks about what? Survival of the fittest. They gave justification to Europe to come and invade other countries because the survival should be for the fittest. And then this godless approach, this anything which had been said by the Catholic Church at the time or Christianity, they must go against. No God. Homosexuality is okay. This is really an extreme approach. When the social sciences are influenced by this worldview, we need to change it. Nobody can take a textbook of psychology today and teach it to his Muslim student without any change. Nobody. If he's a Muslim. But if he leaves Islam alone, yes, he can do that. There is a chapter in the sexual aspect in which it is obviously said that homosexuality is normal. Since the 70s, homosexuality is no more an abnormal behavior. And now it is only a look how the West went along, using terminology and pressing this way, that way. First it was Sodom, Sodom. Then sodomy became homosexuality, much like. Then homosexuality became gay. You are gay, happy and gay. Then after that, when it was, they found the time has come, they said that now anybody who stands against it is sick. Homophobia. So if you hate homosexuality, you need treatment. You need to go to a psychologist to treat. So look at how they have gone through this. Nobody who is a Muslim can take a textbook coming from England or the United States and teach it without a change. Nobody who is a good Muslim will teach his student that the elderly should be taken to an old people home. So we need to change. An English friend of mine in South Africa, he told me the process of Islamization is the process of decaffirization. We decaffirize the kufr part of psychology and of the social sciences in general. Therefore, now I think we really wish to see the heritage, the work that has been done by Jamal Barzanji to continue. And the last words I want to say is that Professor Kamal, the other day in a meeting in which our dear brother Omar Kasuri came, he said, look here, you people of IIIT, you have been doing a very good job, but now you are all old, and the years that are waiting for you to live and produce so much is finished. You must find youth who can take, you train them and let them take your place gradually. This, I think, was a very genuine advice from a genuine man, from a man whose heart is full of love for Islam and for Muslims. I think that the time has come for our brothers in IIT to try to train people younger than young people in order to show them the responsibility. and to teach them how to be selfless, how to work in teams, how to forget yourself when you are looking at the far purpose for life that you have put for yourself. May Allah bless our brother who are alive in the IIIT, and may Allah accept and shower His mercy on the soul of our brother Jamal. And inshallah, we do not believe as Muslims that death is the end of life. In fact, it is the beginning of life. Just as Muhammad al-Ghazali speaks about the baby inside the uterus of the mother. If you can talk to a baby and he can talk back to you, and you tell him in this world you will come out and see metal boxes that run around called motor cars, and there is a star called the sun and the planet called the moon. Even if he can understand what you say, and he cannot imagine this, because this is his life is only in the darkness of the womb. But once he comes out, then everything is clear to him. It is the same thing in death. We, in this life, we are living. We are living, but we only wake up when we die. And just as when we were in the mother's womb, the placenta was the most important organ that used to give us food and to take away waste from our bodies. Today, we are placentas. Our bodies is the placenta of this world. And when we die, just as the placenta was thrown away, we will be also thrown away in a grave. And we will go to another field where things will be different, where we will see that the barzakh is so wider in comparison to earth than the earth to the womb of the mother. We hope that Jamal Barzanji will be in this great, beautiful barzakh, and indeed we will soon be joined. May Allah bless us all. Thank you very much.
For the enlightenment. It's a great enlightenment tonight. And I would like to invite Dr. Masudi, one of the witnesses, to make a kind of testimony what he has seen, what he has been working together during his studies in IIIT. Please, Dr. Masudi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in ala umuri din. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Thank you very much, Pak Habib Izin, for inviting me to give some witness about the late Dr. Jamal Barzanji. When I was doing my master's of economics in IIM from 1995 to 1998, so long. At the time I know some figures, including some just mentioned by Prof. Malik Badri, such as Professor Abdul Hamid Sulaiman. He was one of the founder of IIIT, with the late Ismail Faruqi, and also one name is not mentioned yet, Prof.Dr. Jabir Al-Awani, yes. And including Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman was rector in UI, rector of UI, and Dr. Jamal Barzanji was chairman of IIIT in Malaysia at that time. And we have seen a very difficult situation in Malaysia and Indonesia at that time, especially after during the Reformation era in 1997 in Indonesia. Then Reformation was also transferred to Malaysia in a very early stage at the time, but Malaysia did not continue until the end of the Mahathir era. And Indonesia at the time was the change. There was a change in the political shift from Suharto to the new era, which is called the Reformation era. Then, while in Malaysia, still Mahathir remained to be in the power at the time. And there were some cases, but it's not polite to be mentioned everything, but at least we have to know that there was the position of Anwar Ibrahim as one of the leader also in IIIT, at least he is also one of the IIIT leader in Malaysia, was in a very difficult situation. So the government of Malaysia especially gives sign to disagree with the position of IIIT. Therefore, IIIT at the time was shifted for temporary to Indonesia. This is why Pak Habib Izin, AI, and also Brother Firdaus was very busy to make arrangement for shifting IIIT office from Malaysia to Indonesia. And but the main point here is not the shift of the office of IIIT from Malaysia to Indonesia, but the position of the late Jamal Barzanji himself as a figure in what we call as in transforming ideas of Islamization of knowledge and also Islamization of civilization. It was very important. Because at the time, I myself saw that initially the term Islamization of knowledge was a project then to be translated into program. But today we have to make Islamization of knowledge become movement, no longer project or program. Because everyone requires to get involved in Islamization of knowledge, especially for academicians, according to their own discipline. And we have witnessed today, in Indonesia itself, there are about 200 departments who offer Islamic economics. And we are, again, as also Prof. Badri said, we are indebted to Professor the late Ismail Faruqi, Abu Sulaiman today, and also the late Dr. Barzanji. But Professor Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman remained to be with us sometimes in Riyadh, in Jakarta, in Kuala Lumpur, in Yogyakarta as well. And I myself get involved in several programs, Islamization of knowledge with Dr. Jamal Barzanji, especially when I was in UI doing master's there. There are several programs not only run in Malaysia, but also in Indonesia, in Philippines, and in some minority countries such as Thailand and also Cambodia beside the Philippines. And we make arrangement from Kuala Lumpur. Then some of the students who are also getting involved in Islamization of knowledge, they were sent also to these countries for doing some project, especially for workshop, where we've invited workshop for Islamization of knowledge. Then after spreading over the ideas of Islamization of knowledge into several countries, then today we witness that it is no longer program or project, but today Islamization of knowledge becomes a movement. So this also the role of Dr. Barzanji as a chairman of IIIT in Malaysia at that time was very significant in spreading over the ideas of Islamization of Malaysia in this region. So I hope that this also part of his effort. May Allah give some reward for his effort, especially in disseminating the ideas of Islamization of Malaysia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Matur nuwun Mas Suji Mukorobin. Ketika Profesor Malik Badri menyebut Ahfad University, itu adalah satu universitas di Sudan yang didirikan oleh bapaknya. Jadi bapak beliau itu rektor. Jadi beliau memang dari keturunan keluarga akademisi yang sejak kakeknya, bapaknya, dan sekarang beliau bersama kita di sini, dan mudah-mudahan beliau akan menularkan wisdom beliau dan luas pengetahuan beliau di Jogja khususnya dan juga di Indonesia. Ada yang menarik dari apa yang disampaikan oleh Dr. Masudi Mukorobin tadi, bahwa currently the Islamization of knowledge no longer project or program. Jadi sekarang memang dulu terasa waktu itu 20 tahun yang lalu misalnya, bahwa Islamization of knowledge itu terasa sebagai program, bahkan project, dan sekarang jadi gerakan, jadi movement. Kalau ada teman-teman yang bertanya, saya kira kemarin juga ada bertanya, sampai di mana sebenarnya perkembangan Islamisasi pengetahuan. Contoh yang paling konkret sering saya sebut di fakultas kedokteran dan ekonomi. Ya, kedokteran sudah relatif terbangun dari kurikulum, bahkan ada charter untuk Muslim medical doctors, ya, baik itu internasional maupun yang nasional. Muhammadiyah misalnya 2 tahun lalu di Unimus Semarang kami ada pertemuan nasional, semua fakultas kedokteran Universitas Muhammadiyah, semua fakultas kedokteran gigi, semua fakultas farmasi, dan fakultas ilmu kesehatan, bahkan Stikes waktu itu di Semarang dari Indonesia, dan mendeklarasikan satu charter untuk dokter muslim. Untuk fakultas untuk ilmu ekonomi saya kira yang paling maju, bahkan pada tingkat Asia Tenggara ya Pak Mukorobin ya, sudah ada kurikulum bersama, dan bulan kita ke Surabaya, ke UNER itu.
Kemudian yang terakhir
di
UI.
Di UI ya.
Di bulan Juni.
Iya, itu waktu itu bagaimana mengajarkan microeconomics ya waktu di UNER ya. Jadi memang dua ini yang cepat sekali berkembang, dan saya melihat psikologi, karena juga di tingkat internasional ada beliau dan sekarang ada Profesor Rahmatullah. Psikologi saya kira akan menyusul, meskipun sebenarnya di bidang sains juga sudah berkembang. Di UGM itu ada Center for Tauhidic Physics yang 2 tokohnya pernah kami undang ke UII 2-3 tahun yang lalu bersama Agus Purwanto. Bahkan Mas Agus ini kemudian diajak untuk bersama-sama melakukan penelitian, karena Mas Agus ini teoretik, ya, dia pure fisika murni, fisika teoritis, sementara kawan-kawan yang di UGM itu dari yang applied fisik. Sayang salah seorang di antara mereka sudah wafat, tapi masih ada beberapa orang yang melanjutkan. Jadi Bapak Ibu sekalian, kita terus bergerak dalam satu jaringan networking. One of the strength of IIIT is the networking and also cooperation among the universities, among the faculties, and even among the some of the disciplines like psychology. Yeah, we have now API, Asosiasi Psikologi Islam. Where is Pak Bagus? Could you stand up please? Mana Pak Bagus? He is the chair of the International Conference, yeah, of Islamic Psychology. And inshallah, tomorrow Professor Malik Badri will be leaving for Kuala Lumpur, and then he will be traveling to Sweden or Norway. Norway. So he's leaving for Norway. And we thank Professor Malik Badri for his enlightenment and guidance. And who else would like to make a kind of testimony? Is there any ladies who used to be with Dr. Jamal during his time in